small preview about friends. Welcome to my channel Basic Life Science. Hope you all are doing well. So I am your educator Debaruti, and today's topic is about heterosis, its theories and its estimation. So let's take a small preview about what I will discuss today. So see all the slides. Now let's start from the beginning. So, what is heterosis? Heterosis is stimulation of heterozygosity. Now, its definition: superior performance of heterozygous F1 hybrid plants in terms of increased biomass, size, yield, speed of development, fertility, resistance to diseases, and insect pest when we compare it with the parents. So here in the picture also we can see that this is the parental genotype, this is the parental genotype, and this is the F1. This is the F1. So we can see heterosis here, the superior performance of the F1. Also here we can see the increase of height in F1. So it is also an example of heterosis. And again here in the maize also the length has also increased. So these are all the example of heterosis. Now this table is very important. The things are that if the parent is of 10 centimeter of height, let's take an example that the parent A is of 10 centimeter of height and parent B is of 6 centimeter of height. Now it is mid parent. Mid parent value is 10 plus 6 by 2. So it is the average of both the parents, the parent A and parent B. So if we get the F1 hybrid, the height of the F1 hybrid is more than 10 centimeter, then we can say that it is heterosis. If it is equal to 10, means the parent A height and the F1 height is same, then we will call it complete dominance. If it is between the parent A and the mid parent, then we call it partial dominance. Now, if the value of that height of F1 is 8 centimeter, that is equal to the mid parent, then we will say that there is no dominance. If it is between mid parent and the parent B, then it is called as partial dominance. And if it is equal to the parent B, that is 6, then we call it complete dominance. And if it is less than 6, then we call it heterosis. Here the parent is the better parent and the height of better parent is more. So the next slide, it is an example of pearl millet. Here we can see the positive heterosis and negative heterosis. Heterosis are of two types, the positive heterosis and negative heterosis. Sometimes the heterosis is useful to us, sometimes it is of no use to us. So example of positive heterosis here, like the plant height, number of productive tillers, grain yield, head length, head thickness, and fresh tuber yield. And negative heterosis, days to flowering, days to maturity. So sometimes we want that the F1 F1 is better than the both the parents. So in case of days to flowering, if parents take more time to flower and the F1 takes less time to flower, then it is negative heterosis, but it is useful to us. Like days to maturity. Suppose if parent A is taking 120 days for maturity and parent B is taking 100 days, and if F1 takes 80 days, then it is good because the maturity duration will be very less and the whole crop cycle will be very less and we will get the same yield, and it is always good. So sometime positive heterosis is needed, sometime negative heterosis is needed. Sometime we want that type of heterosis, sometime we want this type of heterosis. Now Heterosis is estimated in three different ways. So how to estimate heterosis? It can be from mid-parent heterosis, better parent heterosis, or standard heterosis. We will discuss everything in details. Now, what is mid-parent heterosis? When heterosis is estimated over the mid-parent, that is mean value of average of the two parent, is known as mid-parent heterosis. Also, we call it average heterosis and relative heterosis. Now the formula of mid-parent heterosis is F1 minus MP, means mid-parent, by 100 into mid-parent. Now better parent heterosis. The heterosis is estimated over the better parent, that is improvement of heterozygote over the better parent. We have seen that in the second slide there was the parent A, which was the better parent of the cross, is known as better parent heterosis. So here the F1 must be better than the better parent, and also we call it heterobeltiosis. This is the formula of heterobeltiosis, F1 minus better parent by 100 into better parent. Now standard heterosis, it refers to the superiority of F1 over the standard commercial check variety. It is also known as economic heterosis or useful heterosis. So the formula for standard heterosis is F1 minus check by 100 into check. Now theories on heterosis: the dominance model, the over-dominance model, pseudo-dominance, and epistasis model. What the dominance hypothesis says: superiority of dominant allele over recessive allele, masking of recessive alleles here by dominant alleles. See in the example, and heterosis is directly proportional to the number of dominant gene contributed by each parent offspring. Now for homozygous recessive condition, we get the value 1, here also 1, here also 1. But for dominant one, we get the value 2 and 2, means the contribution of the alleles in the height. Suppose that in case of this parent, the height of the plant is 7, and the contribution of each allele to the height of the plant here is this. For this it is 1, then 1, then for dominant homozygote it is 2, then for recessive homozygote this is 1, and again for dominant this is 2. So this all equals to 7. Now here you can see in case of parent B, there is also the dominant contribute 2, and here also the dominant contribute 2, so 4, and the recessive contribute 1, 1 and 1 each. Now in case of offspring, what happens in case of offspring? Here due to the dominant effect we get 2, and here the recessive one, for this we get 1, and for each of these are heterozygous dominant, but due to this dominant allele we get the value 2, 2, 2 each, and the in the offspring there is 9. So here they are saying that homozygous dominant is equal to heterozygous dominant, and it is always more than the homozygous recessive. So the theory is masking of recessive allele by dominant allele. So the effect of recessive allele is masked due to this dominant allele, and superiority of dominant allele over recessive allele also proved here, and heterosis is directly proportional to the number of dominant gene. So the increase of height is related to the number of dominant gene present in the offspring. This is all about the dominance hypothesis. Now the over-dominance hypothesis: heterozygosity is superior to either of the homozygotes. Increase in vigor is directly proportional to the amount of heterozygosis. Let's see in the example, it will be clear. It will be more clear after we see the examples. So here the parent is again the A and B. Now we have to see in case of the recessive homozygous, it's contributing 1, 1 each. And in case of homozygous dominant, it's contributing 1.5, and total 6. So height of the parent A is 6. Now height of the parent B is also 6, and contribution of dominant homozygous is 1.5, and recessive homozygous is 1. So we counted 6. Now what happens in case of offspring? In case of offspring, the value is 9. How it happens? In here we can see the heterozygous, due to the heterozygous condition, it is contributing 2, but here the dominant was contributing 1.5. Dominant means homozygous dominant was contributing 1.5, but heterozygous dominant is contributing 2. So here heterozygosity is superior to either of the homozygous. It can be homozygous recessive, it can be homozygous dominant, but the heterozygous is superior to both of them. So in case of overdominance, we get that the heterozygote, that is capital A small a or capital B small b, is always more than the capital A and small a. So it is the thing. Now the next slide. Next slide is about the pseudodominance. The genetic intermediate of dominance and overdominance is called as pseudodominance. Heterosis associated with this can dissipate in selfing progeny due to recombination. This can arise from numerous alleles of recombination suppression regions. Now, epistasis. Epistasis refers to interaction between alleles of two or more different loci. It is also known as non-allelic interaction. Epistasis, particularly that involves dominance effects, is dominance into dominance, may contribute to heterosis. This is mainly observed in case of cotton and maize. So my video ends here. If you like the video, you can subscribe to my channel. I will upload more informative video like this. And thank you all.